Hello and welcome back to the Wrestling Group. I'm your host as always, Ryan, and today we are going to be talking about the CEO has arrived in AEW. That is Mercedes Monè. Well, obviously to WWE fans, Sasha Banks. Now she has been rumoured for a long time with dirt sheets even suggesting that she'd actually signed a contract about 2 months ago. And if you remember, I did a video on her potentially signed to AEW around that time. But she has arrived. She made her debut last night at AEW Big Business as it was in Boston. Excuse me. It's probably the worst kept secret in the whole of wrestling. They had little tidbits and stuff where they were putting like advertisements up and they were putting Boston with like $2 signs instead of an S. Same with Big Business. And then we had obviously Mercedes Monet over the last week or so. She's been dropping little hint bits everywhere on social media. And then yesterday she put up that she was in Boston, again with the $2 signs instead of an S. And then she put off that she was ready to do this. This is what she lives for. And obviously, like I say, it was no surprise. It was similar to in fact, it was probably more on the nose than the CM Punk debut in AEW. But I mean, a name like that, there's been speculation for so long. She couldn't just show up as a surprise because it wouldn't have been a surprise no matter when she turned up. She could have turned up Dynamite last week. She could have turned up at Revolution. Makes sense for her to make a debut in Boston. Obviously, that's where she's from. But because it had been speculated for that long, there was never going to be a surprise. There was never going to be a shock. It was like a Carter, although they didn't actually officially drop any hints or make a thing. It wasn't like we went over to Japan for Dynamite and then a card that appeared. But it was pretty much guaranteed that he was coming in for a long time. But Mercedes Moné is in AEW. She is all elite. Now, we haven't actually been told how many years she signed for. I think it's believed 3 years with an extension option available. And we know she is on big money. Now, there's no actual figure that we've been able to uncover, but apparently she is on a lot more money than what WWE were offering her. So it is going to be interesting going forward. The direction is that they want to build obviously the women's division around Mercedes. She is a massive name in wrestling. She has been for a while. She has a good cult following of fans that will follow and watch whatever she does. So it does put eyes on the product. So it is a good acquisition in that respect. It'll put more eyes on the product. Will she sell enough merch and sell enough pay-per-view tickets on her own? Remains to be seen. Excuse me. It remains to be seen whether or not she's going to be that good value for money. With the likes of Will Ospreay and Kazuchika Okada, they're going to sell enough merch. They're going to, their name on a pay-per-view. Look at AEW Dynasty. The first thing they did was announce Ospreay versus Danielson, and already the tickets are flying because obviously Ospreay's a massive name, he's a new acquisition, and obviously Danielson is anyway. But I just don't know whether Mercedes could do that. I hope she can, for the simple fact is obviously I want AEW to grow and grow as much as possible. It'll bring more, hopefully it'll bring more female fans to the company as well. Like say, she has got a really big following, she's got a massive following. So hopefully it will bring some more female viewers over to the company that maybe haven't watched AEW just yet. Hopefully it'll give us a better structure and direction more in the women's division. I know they've been getting a lot more TV time lately than what they have previously, but with a name like Mercedes, you're going to have to give time and effort to build her character for her matches. So I don't know. It's an interesting one. It's definitely an interesting one. I think it's all positive at the moment. You know, the promo wasn't great, but as we know, the people that are used to scripted promos do always struggle when they first come in. Sort of rambled on about a lot of nothing really, and then announced that she was All Elite, which was pretty obvious because she was standing in the AEW ring. So hopefully she'll take her time to build on her promo work. There's great people there. She can ask for help with. You've got the Young Bucks, you've got Danielson, Moxley. The likes of them that can help with promo work. Look at Swerve as well. He's brilliant on the microphone. MJF. So it is good. It's just probably one negative that I have about Mercedes is I know she's a massive fan of Eddie Guerrero, but it seems like she always has to just mention Eddie Guerrero, and it's just like, I don't understand why you need to do that. Like originally at the beginning, if you're not getting the reaction, the pop, by the way, like her reaction when she come out with everyone chatting, I know it's part of the theme song, so it did sort of drown it a bit, but the fans were right behind it, the fans loved it, they were all chanting CEO along with the entrance when she come out. But I just don't know why she just always has to like name drop Eddie Guerrero. It is a tad bit annoying. That's just a personal thing. I just don't think you need to do that. Especially at this point in her career. I mean, if she, like I say, I know she's a fan of that, so that's fine. But you can leave all that for social media. But just like name dropping her in the promo, just doesn't really make any sense. You know what I mean? It'd just be like, I don't know. Swerve Strickland coming out and being like, oh yeah, I was a massive Triple H fan. Like, why would you do that? It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, first promo is out the way. It wasn't great. Definitely needs some work doing. But it remains to be seen now. What will we see from Mercedes going forward? Now, I'd expect, like I say, they're going to build the women's division around us, so I'd expect us to start picking up victories quite quick and ending up in a title match, probably against Toni Storm for the women's championship. I would have preferred it to have been against Donna Purrazzo, but obviously she didn't win at Revolution. And don't forget, we've still got other women's wrestlers to come back. Britt Baker's been gone for so long now. She's got to come back at some point. Jamie Hayter, I think she's been out for about 8-9 months now. She's still got to come back. The women's division's getting a lot stronger than what it was a year ago. Like I say, with obviously Mercedes coming in, Diana coming in, but you've got to put that time and effort into it, and I think it's time Tony gave up some of the direction for the women's division. Getting a former female wrestler, a former maybe female booker. I know they got one from SmackDown a couple of months back, but it hasn't made that much of a difference. A former writer. So I think it's time that he loosen the reins a little bit and give others a chance to do storylines and book matches for the women's division, because, like I say, only last year, you're just getting overlooked all the time. You've got people sitting there and no one knows what they're doing, and obviously we had Thunder Rosa get injured and Jamie Hayter get injured in a couple of months span, but they put the time and the effort into building up these people. There was no succession plan, so then we were left lingering for a long time with what happens now. And then Julia Hart's rise was quite, I think it was more driven by the fans. I think the fans just really enjoyed it, and I think when the fans then got behind Julia Hart, that's then when they decided to start pushing her in AEW. But yeah, Shorty said she needs obviously to finish what she started with Willow. Willow Nightingale was the one that beat her in the tournament to become the New Japan Strong Women's Champion, the first ever. So it will definitely be interesting to see what they do with this. Are they going to go straight into a match with Willow? And what is going to be AEW? What is AEW going to be like with Mercedes Monè in it? Is it going to be that it improves dramatically? Or is it just going to sort of stay the same, gets a little bit of a peak every now and again when she's maybe named on a pay-per-view? Who knows? But it definitely got all eyes on AEW once again with another, to be fair, potentially massive signing. We've had Okada and Ospreay in the last 2 weeks, and now we have Mercedes. So what does that mean for AEW? You let me know. Let me know in the comments, are you happy with the signing of Mercedes Monè in AEW? Do you think she will change the landscape of the women's wrestling in AEW? And do you think that she will be AEW Women's Champion soon enough. Like I think they're gonna put the belt on her quite quick, to be honest. Because she is a draw, and because whether you like it or not, although people don't want former WWE guys and girls coming in and winning belts straight away, it turns heads. Look at Nick Nemeth in New Japan. There's a lot of people who started watching New Japan that haven't watched New Japan probably since Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega, because Nick Nemeth has gone, turned up and won a belt. So, like I say, let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section, and be sure to stay tuned for more wrestling related content. As always, coming your way very, very soon. Thank you.